Laws of power, according to Robert Greene. So we are on the third law of power, and it says that you conceal your intentions. So in this series, we are trying to analyze how can we use the laws of power in our relationships, our work, and business. Understanding these laws can be of benefit to you as an individual. You can learn how to use these laws to your advantage in a positive way. So if you haven't subscribed, kindly consider subscribing to my channel. I'm always sending or posting videos that are educational, and I focus on skill development. Currently, I'm focusing on developing skills in construction. I know it is the dream of everyone to own a house or home, and it involves construction work. I have realized that construction is a sector that is very attractive to so many people. It makes sense when you have goals. You have a goal of owning a home or constructing your own house. So you can make use of the laws of power to your advantage to ensure that you achieve or accomplish this goal within the best or the shortest time possible. So back to law number 3, conceal your intention. In this law number 3, what Robert Greene meant is that you need not to tell people. You don't need to reveal your intentions to people. I will give the example in a romantic relationship. Perhaps you've met a very beautiful lady and you've not even known each other. If you start telling the lady that your intention is to have sexual intercourse on the first date, 99% of those ladies will run away. Why? Because you've revealed your intentions, and it becomes very uncomfortable for them to continue even having a conversation with you. So you first ensure that you conceal your intention. Maybe what you should do if you are in the dating scene, the first thing you need to do is to invite that lady for a coffee date, an open forum, maybe in a public place where you can have a drink, have a meal, and maybe have a conversation. Start knowing each other. Start knowing where does she come from, what her preferences in terms of food, what are her hobbies, and so on. There's a lot you can talk about in such a meeting, and that would be ensuring that you don't or reveal your intentions in the first instance or the first date. So that's the much we can talk about relationships and how you can apply the third law, which is to conceal your intentions. In a work environment, you can also learn how to conceal your intentions so that you don't miss out or you don't become a loser. For example, I will use the example of an interview. You've been invited, you applied for a job. Maybe you are an intern. Let's use the example of an intern. You want to be an IT intern in an organization. So you applied for the position, and they've given you the opportunity to attend an interview and tell them what you are capable of doing and so on. So on the day of the interview, you show up and they ask you questions, maybe after telling your abilities and what you are going to do to the organization. Maybe you go overboard. You start telling how you are going to become the next IT manager. My friend, You will be in trouble. You are unlikely to get that position if you try revealing your intention. If you go to an interview and you've been invited, they are expecting you to talk like an intern. So if you start telling the hiring manager that you want to become the next manager in maybe 1 month or two, they will think that you are up for some malicious intentions, and they might not consider your application. They might not consider you as the most suitable candidate for that position. So ensure that you conceal your intention. Everybody has a mask. According to Robert Greene, each and every one of us has a mask that you have to wear. You have to conceal your intentions so that you get absorbed within the system. Now, after being absorbed within the system, it is then that you can start making moves here and there. You start knowing who is the HR manager. You start knowing what are the requirements that I need to get a promotion and so on. So that is from a work perspective. Then from a business or a construction perspective, you also need to conceal your intentions. I will use the example of a house construction project. When you go out there, you have a piece of land and you want to start a construction project. Sometimes you need to conceal your intentions so that your suppliers or your neighbors uh, don't know exactly what you are going to do. Some people may think that you've just come to start the foundation and maybe you will go and come back. Not everybody needs to know how much money you have in your account. Okay? Some people will start asking you questions. How much have you spent? Maybe you finished the foundation. They start asking you how much have you spent. Sometimes it's good to conceal that information and never reveal the plans that you have. Maybe you are telling your neighbors that within the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I want to have completed the whole house and I want to do housewarming. You will be surprised, especially if you are in Kenya. Not everybody has good intentions, and you should never reveal your plans to your neighbors or your contractors. Just have a plan of how you are going to do the work, and they should also not know that you have a lot of money. If you've taken a loan or you've saved a lot of money to complete that project, let them not know that you have a lot of money, hmm, because they will start scheming. They will start scheming on how they can make a lot of money from you. They will start telling other contractors or other subcontractors that you are loaded with money, and they will start even overcharging you. Why? Because you showed them that you have a lot of money, you have the potential. Sometimes even when you have the money, you should conceal your intentions and maybe try and bargain. If something costs like 10,000 shillings, you should try and bargain and try to get it at maybe 8,000 or 7,000. And that's how you conceal your intentions so that people don't know that you are loaded with lots of money, and this can help you to accomplish that project in time. Finally, how to conceal your intentions in the business environment. In the business, before we go to business, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly consider subscribing. I hope you are enjoying this tutorial or information that I'm sharing with you. I have personally experienced construction work, and if you need any advice about construction, especially in Kenya, if you are constructing something like a maisonette, a bungalow, or a simple house, rental house, you can always give me a call. I charge a small fee for consultation, and this varies from person to person. The needs of everyone cannot be the same. each individual has different needs when it comes to construction work. So I charge a small fee for consultation, and we can have a talk about construction work. Maybe if it is the challenges that you are facing, we can have a discussion, and I can give you my insights based on what I've experienced in the industry. So back to the law of concealing your intentions. The last thing I wanted to talk about is business. When you are doing business, it is important to observe this law. You can make use of this law to conceal your intentions. Why? Business environments are always competitive, and it is important that you don't show off your strategies and methods you are using to maneuver in that particular business. If you are just starting up a business, maybe you are importing laptop computers, you don't want to reveal all your strategies to your competitors, because it can be used against you. You don't want to tell all your employees what exactly that you do to make sales, or where exactly that you are obtaining your products, or who is the supplier of your products, because they will start competing you. Your employees are the people who know you very well, and they have understanding of the business processes. So if you continue sharing all the information that you know about that particular business, they will start using that information to compete against you. Some of them will even start forming their own competing companies or organizations, and they will put you out of business within a very short time. So ensure that you conceal your intentions. So concealing your intentions is very important. We've talked about concealing your intentions in your relationships. It can help you a lot. You need to conceal your intention. You don't need to tell people all your intentions on the first meeting. Number two, at work, you also need to conceal your intentions. When you're invited for an interview, you don't need to tell people all that you want, all that you are intending to achieve in that particular organization. Some of the information may work against you, so you have to ensure that you conceal your intentions. Then we've talked about how to conceal your intentions in the construction industry. You need to conceal your intentions when you're building a house. Otherwise, people will scam you your money. People will ambush you and rob you your money if you are not careful. Then finally, we've talked about why you need to conceal your intentions when you are in a business environment, because businesses have competition, and people might use the information you give them for free to compete against you and put you out of business. So I hope you start applying those concepts and principles that we've discussed under this law, and you'll see a lot of improvements in your life. So thank you so much for your time, and I will see you in the next video.